First at 4, a newspaper typically costs about $1 or $2, but one San Antonio family paid $1,500 for a local paper. Eyewitness News reporter Savannah Louie shows us why.
Bill's gonna have a great Christmas. That's what I was thinking. Bill's gonna have a really good Christmas.
Christmas is Pierce Caldwell's favorite holiday. This year, he wanted to spread that holiday cheer with someone he barely knew.
I know him through just seeing him. I'm buying papers here and there, seeing him around the city.
The stranger's name is Bill. He's usually out here at the intersection of Highway 281 and 1604, selling newspapers for just a couple of bucks.
We really don't even read them. He's working hard. He's a very nice guy.
Pierce's family decided to give him a little something extra for a more memorable holiday.
It was my wife's idea. She made a GoFundMe page. The goal was $100.
With the help of more than 80 other families, they raised a little more than that.
So here's the money that I've raised, and it's $1,500. $1,500. So we just wanted to wish you a Merry Christmas.
$1,500. Giving to others is meaningful to Pierce, who knew what it was like to not have much growing up.
Santa didn't leave much, maybe one gift.
Which is why, with Christmas just a week away, he's not done giving just yet.
I've been collecting shoes that are gently worn. Going to Marbach Manor Apartments, that's where I grew up, and I know what a lot of those kids are going through.
Savannah Louie, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.